Well, I think one of the things that I really do love about Christmas is, of course, is great food. And who better to share this adventure with me than Anna, that I think also is pretty into food, obviously as a Red Seal chef in another life, right?
In another life.
And so here we come together at the community kitchen, and of course today's is all about edible gifts. And so this particular recipe comes from our very own Lynn, that is our community relations and HR manager. We're going to start this off with in preparation of our cookie sheet. And what Anne and I are going to do today is show you the versatility also of this recipe. So we've got dueling pots going here with 1 cup of butter in each one. And then we are going to add 1 cup of brown sugar as well in a moment. Well, I think we can add our brown sugar because it does look like our butter is just about melted in both. And if I can do the crackers on here while you do that, is going to be just perfect. Because our favorite videographer is gluten-free and so am I, we're going to do this recipe today. Instead of using saltines, we are going to use the rice crackers and the gluten-free pretzels, or you could use regular pretzels as well. But we're going to just simply line our cookie sheet as close as we can, put these together. And so we're going to cover all of the chocolate people that love milk chocolate, white chocolate. Lynn says that the milk chocolate definitely, she feels that it cooks a little better. This cookie sheet takes about 1 sleeve of the saltines. And I think with any kind of luck here, it's going to be the same with the rice crackers. Oh, it's looking good. Really, then this is a caramel sauce, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
So we've got the butter and the brown sugar. If by chance you got crackers or pretzels that didn't have the salt, we might want to add a little bit of salt into this. But we are using salted butter, and we have salt on our crackers. So I think that it's going to be just all good. And obviously we're just trying to make sure that our butter is really melted and that the brown sugar is melted into the butter.
Now, just a little bit of food for thought. When you are cooking sugar on the stove, never walk away from it.
Good idea.
When you do, that's when it will bubble over, and sugar, when it burns, it will smoke.
Okay.
Another thing that you want to keep in mind when you are pouring a hot liquid out of a pot, you want to work away from you. You want to start by working away from you and then bringing it towards you. That way you can see what you've covered.
Good job. Well, we're going to take this then to the oven at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. So you can see that now we've got our mixture out of the oven using our rice crackers. We are going to use the milk chocolate chippets, and you're doing a fine job by getting those all nice and even again. And again, this will probably need about that 3 minutes just to make sure that the chocolate is all melted. And then I'm going to do like you did with our slivered almonds. And this was about 100 grams of the slivered. And these actually do work better than the ones that are, what would you call these? Are these shaved then and the other ones are slivered?
Yeah, they would be sliced almonds.
Okay, so we're gonna do sliced instead of slivered. We're gonna just give it a really nice coating of those. We also wanna note that when we buy nuts, I do like to buy, at the bulk barn, because then sometimes they let you have a little taste just to make sure that they are tasting as fresh as can be, and then these should be stored in the fridge or in the freezer, right?
Freezer. And when you do store nuts in the freezer, you want to make sure that you wrap up the nuts really well in saran wrap or in an airtight Ziploc bag.
Container, okay.
Yeah. And again, some people might wonder, well, how do nuts actually go bad? Well, it's the oil in the nut itself that can go rancid, and that's what spoils the nut. So that's why you want to make sure that when you're storing the nuts, that you're storing them in a way that it will preserve freshness.
Our timer has gone off. Oh my goodness, just look at this. It just looks amazing and it smells amazing as well. So Anna's going to, and she is the pro here at sprinkling the 250 gram bag of the white chocolate pieces. She's going to try to get them all just nice and even.
So one of the reasons why I'm just sprinkling a little bit of the white chocolate at a time, because if you're anything like me, if I were just to take and then try to sprinkle the chocolate straight out of the bag, it would all end up coming in one big lump.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's why I am breaking it up a little bit by putting some in my hand.
I like it.
And it gets a little bit more evenly spread.
Well, it looks divine and it smells divine. Thank you. Voila. That's all I can say. So in the freezer, this is going to go. So due to the magic of videoing, once the Rocca, you've added your chocolate, added your nuts, in Anna's case, the white chocolate and your candy cane pieces, it needs to go into the freezer, and probably at least 2 hours, if not more, depending on your freezer. So make sure it's nice and cold. And then we are going to just take this out of the pan. We're going to remove our foil, and that's going to be when you're so glad, right, that you use the non-cooking spray, so that the foil is going to come off all really, really nice and easy. So we've got our first recipe with the, actually this one is with saltines, the milk chocolate and our almonds. And I'm going to just put these in pieces like this. I would also suggest that maybe this just keeps in the refrigerator until your guests have arrived, because it's just that much nicer to be able to enjoy this. Oh, nice and firm, right?
And as Judy had mentioned earlier, it's kind of nice to have pieces various sizes, so you can go with some bigger ones, you can go with some a little bit smaller. Keep in mind that this tends to be a bit on the sweet side, so people generally like just a little bit at one time. So, maybe using smaller pieces is not such a bad idea, because you can always go back for more.
Absolutely. And I guess how we can stretch our gifts is to get these great little bags that do come from one of your favorite dollar stores. And so we can use these. There's beautiful tins, whatever size of gift that you're going to be needing. It's a great way to make the gift itself. The tin is a gift, and then the edible inside is a gift. So we just want to take this opportunity then to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and all the best of the holidays from the Community Kitchen to you and yours.
Thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of your day.